Sabona. Dumilang. Good afternoon, students, learners, and teachers, and special honored guests. My name is Sarah Romine, and I am a history teacher from Washington, D.C. I know it is very crowded in here and you have been standing for a long time, but if you can be as quiet as possible, it will be easier for me to talk, okay? So do your best. All right. I am so honored to be here at your beautiful school. Happy Women's Month to all of you. I am a lifelong supporter of women's rights and equality. I grew up in Rochester, New York, which is a town in America, and it is the home of Susan B. Anthony. I don't know if you know who she is, but she was a very early women's rights leader. Her name is Susan B. Anthony. In the 1880s, she was arrested for trying to vote, okay? Did you know that women were not able to vote in America until the 1920s? Yes, and that was really white women who could vote. So it wasn't until the 1960s that black people were able to vote when the Voting Rights Act was passed, okay? So even though we are a very old democracy, right, since 1787, for many years power and politics were only open to white men in our country. I see some parallels between your apartheid movement and our movement for women's rights. Women protested by writing petitions, by marching, by making speeches. In the 1910s, during World War I, women took the jobs and helped out with the war effort. But they also petitioned and picketed outside the White House. They demonstrated outside the White House for voting rights. And the president, Woodrow Wilson, said, "You are not patriotic. You are demonstrating during war. You should stop." But they kept picketing, they kept protesting, and they were arrested, and they were sent to jail. And one of their leaders, Alice Paul, was put in jail, and she went on a hunger strike. So she refused to eat food or drink water until she was released. And they actually forced her, they tied her down, and they forced her to eat food. They force-fed her in jail. That's how hard she worked for women's rights. So, women finally got the right to vote in 1920. In the 1960s, a second movement emerged for women's rights along with the civil rights movement for racial equality. Women wanted educational opportunity, they wanted equal pay, they wanted birth control, and they wanted the right to divorce. They created an organization called National Organization for Women to work for these rights. And they fought against domestic violence, they fought against pornography, they even protested beauty pageants in America. So today in America, many aspects of life are equal. My son and my daughter, I have two children, my son and daughter have the same opportunities for education and can pursue different careers, many careers. Many women balance their jobs as mothers and as workers. However, there is work to be done. We have sexual violence, we have rape in America, we have problems with that. Women do not earn equal pay. Congress is trying to limit funding for birth control. Many companies in America are run by men. And in our government, many leaders are men. We have never had a woman president, but there is a woman running in 2016. Who is that woman? Do you know? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is running for president. So America is changing for the better. I want to clarify that women's rights does not mean women are better than men, okay? So men, listen up. Boys, listen up. For women's rights, it means everyone is equal. Not that women are submissive to men, okay? Women are equal to men, and that is good for all of us. In a society where everyone is equal and everyone has a chance to be their best, we all benefit. We all benefit. So I encourage the women and the girls in the room to have big dreams and to work hard. Can you do that for me? Yes. And to the boys and the men, the boys in the way back, I want you to support your wives, well, you don't have wives yet, but your mothers, your sisters, and someday your wives and your daughters. Treat them. Treat the women in your lives with equality and respect. And together we will create a better world for all. Thank you.
Nina backstage. Nina. Belly dance, Nina backstage.